So we've been able to cover all of this, and for today we'll start with LinkedIn marketing. And I'm thinking after the LinkedIn, I may take this Twitter marketing under Google Ads. So we'll take Twitter marketing after Google Ads. So immediately after this, we'll get on Google Ads, and then after Google Ads, we'll get back to this Twitter marketing. So let's start with LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, I'm sure you already know, LinkedIn is a very powerful, very popular social media platform. Mainly for professionals. So, so like if you want to know maybe people's work experiences, where they've been to, and all that, you want to use LinkedIn to check what's happening, including all the certifications and everything. And LinkedIn also allows people to set up a page, just the way we created a page on Facebook. So LinkedIn also allows people to create business pages. So that's what you do now, because of course you cannot even do anything without creating a page. So first thing is to set up a page for a business. So I go to work here, come down. You see, I just scroll down. Let's create a company page here. So let me click here. Create a LinkedIn page, connect with clients, employees, and the LinkedIn community to get started. Choose a page type. So you can choose whatever works for your business, whether it's a small business, medium to large business. You can see the number of employees here, and then maybe showcase page, and then educational institution. So we'll go with this small business, fewer than 200 employees. So the next thing is to fill in the details here. And this is what the it's showing like what my public URL will be like. And of course I'm free to edit this if I want, but I'll just leave it like this. And then we have the website here. Let's say begin with either these or www. So https that's the website address we've been using. Then company details, industry. Let's see. This is huge. Okay, I think e-learning works. So you can just check this to if it's maybe like a fashion company, then you may want to see if they have something related to fashion. I don't know if they have, but you just check these and pick whatever works for your business. And then company size, let's say 2 to 10. Company type, private, public. So let me go with this. Privately held. You just check what works best for you. Then let me upload the logo. And the tagline. Maybe learn digital marketing. I don't know. Effortlessly. Okay. So I verify that I am authorized. I'm an authorized. You can just read it and then you select. Then here, let me see if I can move this. Okay. Then here you can. Then you can click here to create a page. So I click here now. My page is created. So it's very simple to create a LinkedIn page for your business. Very, very simple, very easy. You see, it's not even up to 2 minutes. You just fill it in and you're done. You can add some little descriptions here, street address, then maybe create your first post. and you can add a cover image just the way Facebook allows us to add the cover image, and you can see the recommended size here. You can see the recommended size here, and then this is my page. Obviously it's very empty now, there's nothing there. So but what we want to do is to see how to, I mean, if I even want to maybe view this as a member, then I can just view it as an ordinary member on LinkedIn, you know, to see what other people will see when they open the site. So let's go back, and then you can see some admin tools here to use and manage everything, create events. If you want to deactivate the page, or you want to add more admins, and then, you know, just work around this. It's actually very easy. Then maybe analytics to see your visitors, updates, and followers. Or you'll focus more on advertising this page now. So back to work again. You can see advertise here. So I'll click advertise. And by the way, you can see learning here. This is a very powerful platform, LinkedIn Learning. So if you want to learn some things, you can just go here. There's the insights and then all this. We'll just focus on advertise. So let's go. So advertise. This shows this is my recent campaigns, right? Recent campaigns I created here. These are the ones here. But of course there's no enough data because this is just about 2 weeks. Well, it's been a very long time I used these to advertise. So most likely when you open this page the first time, maybe you can see they can just show some maybe some infographs or something, trying to explain or to give you reasons why you should advertise on LinkedIn. But basically, when you approve everything, you should get to a page that looks like this. So I'll go ahead and create a new ad account here. Remember, everything is about ad accounts. On Facebook, we created ad accounts. On I think on Quora, on Quora we created ad accounts as well. So we will create another account here. That's just to keep things separate, so we will not end up mixing things up. So let me create an ad account here. This is my own personal page. So maybe let's say DM lens art, I guess. And then currency. They don't have Naira, I think. They don't have Naira. So I think the one we will use most likely is the USD dollar. And then associate a LinkedIn page with your account. This is optional, but let's just add it. So some campaigns require a LinkedIn page to use. So let's add the new page we just created now. All right, it's here. And before I even add, let me close this. So if you've not created a page already, you see this create new LinkedIn page. So if you've not created a page already, you can just use this link to create a new one. So we've already created. Let's add it back here. And when you're searching, though, it's not going to show only your page. It will show all the pages on LinkedIn based on whatever keyword you use to search. So we're done with that. We've created the ad account name, and then we've created the currency, and we've linked our LinkedIn page here. So let's save. All right, we save that. So this is the default campaign group. There's nothing here now. There's nothing here now. If you want to create a new campaign, there's the button here to create a new campaign, but we'll just explore everything they have here. It's not running. Account is on hold for billing reasons. Of course, we've not added card details yet, so this will not work. But you can see the details that they will show here. So they will show like the amounts you've spent, the impressions, The clicks average CTR, that's average click-through rates. That's a rate of people who see the ad and click on it. So that means if you click-through rate is measured mainly by percentage. So you can have click-through rate of like 8%. So that means 8% of the people who saw this ad clicked on it. And then there's a bit here, there's the average CPM. CPM is, let me just see. CPM is the total spent on your ad divided by 1,000 impressions. So CPM is that M is actually impressions, so cost per impressions. So that's calculated per 1,000, and then we have the CPC here. That's average amount you spend per click. If we link LinkedIn analytics, LinkedIn Pixel, then we will start tracking conversion here, the cost per conversion, what the lead looks like, and all this. So let me first click this button. This is to create a new campaign group, which of course will also create something like this, like the default campaign group you already have. So in case maybe you want to create a new one, you can just use this, and then if you want to, I think if you want to set the budget here, then you can just do that. But it's just to show you that. So let's click create campaign. I hope you know how I got here. Let me go back. We created the ad accounts here. That's the ad accounts here, and then it took us to the ad group. The ad groups. We have one ad group here. We can click here directly to open, or just click create a new campaign. There's no campaign here, there's no ads here, so that's why you can see everything 00. So I clicked create campaign here. It shows this page that looks like the Facebook business page where we advertise, and it's asking for the objective again. So what's the objective of this campaign? What are we targeting? Is it brand awareness? Remember, I already explained the brand awareness. We just want more people to get to know about your business, know what you guys do and all that. Then you want to use the brand awareness. Else there's consideration, whether you want people to visit your website or you want engagement. If you want engagement, then you want to use this, or you just want to have some video views. So maybe you have videos and you want people to see it. And if you've installed the LinkedIn analytics, I don't know why I keep calling it analytics. If you've installed the LinkedIn Pixel, then you can track this lead generation. So you can create campaigns that target lead generation, that target website conversions, and then job applicants. So let's do let's do website visits. You can see the little description here. If you want more people to visit a website destination site on or off LinkedIn, then it says choose your objective to drive traffic to your website or drive traffic to marketing landing pages. So if you have some landing pages, or just have a website you want to take people to, then you want to use this website visit. So let's click. All right. So we've selected our campaign here. Let's see this little description. Launch your campaign with confidence.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Please, I just got lost. Yes, I just got lost. Can you go back one
So yeah.
time back, please? Sorry.
Okay. Let me see.
Before you got to this particular place.
All right. Don't save and exit. So how I got here though, I open LinkedIn, then there's work here. You can see the work link here. First, I created a page here using this. I clicked here, then this thing kind of dropped down. I clicked this link here to create a new page. After creating my page, I clicked advertise here, and that's what took me to that page where I created my ad account. So I already have my ad account here, the new one I just created. it's on hold. We've not added anything here. We've not added our card details and all that. So from here, I was able to select this, and then it showed our campaign group. This is the default campaign group that LinkedIn creates for you when you create your ad account the first time. You can leave this by default, or you can create a new campaign group if you want. If you click here, you can see what pops up here. There's nothing really serious here, so maybe you just want to leave the default one for them, and then from here I click create campaign. So there's create campaign up here at the top right. Then create campaign. That's how I got here. Here, it's the first thing is to set my objective, because everything here depends on what objective you select here. So that's why the first thing is to select the objective of this ad. So what's what am I targeting? What's the important thing to me? Why am I even creating this ad? So I was saying if it's to get brand awareness or website visit engagement, video views, or all these, but we are using these website visits now. So I clicked here, and that's how we got to this page. On the right here, again, just the way Facebook shows you some information about your ads and the number of people that it will reach and everything. You can also see that breakdown here. So we've already selected our campaign objective here. Again, LinkedIn also has the audience. So LinkedIn also has audience like Facebook. Audiences, members with all these. It's LinkedIn, really, they have a whole lot of data. We've not saved any audience yet. That's why there's nothing under the saved audience. But let's see if we can play around with this to have something that works for us. The first thing is location. As the first thing we are seeing here, people who are maybe in recent or permanent locations. So people who recently visited or permanently live or work in a selected location, or maybe permanent location. So people who permanently live there. So that means you're not targeting. If you select these, then it means you're not targeting people who maybe just visited the place, maybe recently or something. You're just targeting people who base there permanently. But let's go ahead with this default one. And then there's a location here. Let's see what they have. We're making updates to our location targeting to provide better accuracy and more locations. You may encounter slight changes in location naming or audience size to accurately reflect your intended regions. Campaign will function as normal. It's fine. So let's just close this. All right. So we have the location here, and maybe if you want to add new locations, then you can. Let's see if we can search by states. Let's see. All right. So we can do states here. But of course, if you're doing states, then it means there's no need having Nigeria. I mean, Lagos is inside Nigeria, so why would you want to do this? So if you want to do states, just the way we created on, I think, whether on Facebook or Quora, then let's say I just want to target 3 states. That's when I would want to use a state here. So let me target Lagos, Abuja. No, actually, this is the municipal. So let me target the FCT, and then maybe I should even target OU, I guess. All right, and then I will exclude this. So remove. So this means that my ads will reach that within 30 days. This is a 30 days impression, that my ads will reach 39,000 people to 190,000 people. Let's do a 1 day impression to see. Okay, so 1,001 to this, and then let's also see 7 day impression. Okay, so you can see this. You can see what the click-through rate is like. So this means that people who see your ad, 0.94% to 1.4 percent of them will likely click on it. So let's say we use this number, for example, 1.4. So if I do 1.4% of this, it means that 74 people will likely click on this ad every day. There's a key result here, 1 day clicks. So this obviously, my own is because I'm using the highest, that's the highest impression they're giving here. But I guess they are on in between here, in between this one. Hold on. I guess they are on in between this 1,100 to 5,300. Then it may fall in between there, I guess. So that's why they have this. And then we can also do, but this is the total target size. Like this target now, based on my few selections here, I can get up to 42,000 people. But of course, it will also depend on how much I'm willing to spend every day. So between $20 to $60. And you can do 7 days, 30 days to see what that looks like. So let's just move out of location for now. Now let's see. Exclude. Okay. So this means if you have some places you want to exclude, then you want to go ahead with this option. So let's say in Lagos, I don't want to target everywhere in Lagos. Maybe I don't know. Let's see if I can exclude. They don't have Ikeja. Let's say in Lagos. I don't know. Let's see if they have Ikoyi. They don't have. Yeah. Okay, let's see something. Let me try to make this broad. I just want to explain. I know I already explained the exclude, but let me try to make this broad so I can get good locations somewhere. Trying to mute this. Okay, mute it right. So let me include Nigeria here. All right, Nigeria, and then go to exclude and say I don't want don't know, I think Rivers State. Do they have Rivers State here? Okay, yeah, say Rivers, Nigeria. So I don't want Rivers State. I don't want maybe Kano. I already explained this, but again, that's just what it means. So include and exclude, but most likely, if I'm going with the 3 selections I already created, then I won't even need the exclude because there's no need. I'll just add my Lagos here, add Abuja here, then add yeah. All right, that's all. So I'll leave the exclude. Preferred language, you can select whatever works for you. Most likely, I guess you'll be using English. So who is your target audience? This is where we begin to narrow things down a little. Let's see. So narrow audience further. All right, this is very broad again, and that's the thing, right? If you understand how marketing on one platform works, then most of those concepts, you always be using them. Same thing again, just the way we saw on Facebook, the same way we saw on Quora. It's the same thing we are seeing here again. And when we get to Google Ads and even Twitter and some other platforms, it's still the same thing. So audience targeting now, if you know it, or if you know the audience maybe you're targeting, then you can just search here and you can learn more if you want to. So you can search here. If not, then you want to just open it one by one to check the ones they have. I don't know. Let's see if they have something like fashion. Oh, okay, so a lot of fashion stuffs here, and you can even see if it's like a member skill, members group, member school, company industry, and all this. There's a whole lot of data here. But let me move out of here. So we want to go through this one by one. Let me see what you say. All right, so let's see company here. This is new, and they say, let's see. To find members based on the companies listed on their LinkedIn profile. So this means we can target people based on the companies they work for, right? So this is the company. I've just selected company here, and then this pops up. So company category, company connections, maybe followers of, and all that. Company industry, company names and sizes. Let's see what this new thing they added looks like. Okay, this is actually very huge. So you check what works. Let's go back a little. Let's try company names. Let's see if we can search. So you can search for some company names here. Let me see if I can get some companies in Nigeria. I don't know, do they have NNPC? Okay. So this means I can create ad that target people who work in this company. Right. So maybe I can select these, and then you can see so many other companies. So if you are doing something that maybe target all these companies and you want to, you can click on each of these, and maybe you're targeting people in the oil sector, or maybe you write proposals. You write proposals for oil companies, and you can target all these. So it's actually very huge. You just search whatever company applies to what you're doing. And then maybe select this too. So the thing is, this one is very specific, right? This one is very specific, goes direct to the company, while this one is more like the category, right? That's why we kind of saw other suggested options here. So maybe next oil, you can add, as we are adding, you can see all of them here. Maybe total and all that. But let me just remove this, and let's try something else. Let's see. Let's see, maybe like industry. Yeah, so you can target people who are in the agri industry, arts, people in all these industry, and that's why LinkedIn tries to. You see, most times they'll try to get you to update your profile, to tell them where you're working, your past, uh, maybe your past workplaces and all that, because of course they show it to advertisers to use and advertise, and then you can target people who maybe based on the company size. So if you're targeting a very large company that has workforce of about 5,001 to 10,000 or all these things, you want to use this. Or maybe if you're targeting yourself alone, not sure. Let's see what this looks like. Rich members who work for organizations of myself only. Oh, okay. So that means people who work in the company where I guess you work. Let me see myself only. And then company size is determined by the number of employees listed. All right, so let's go back to maybe followers of. I mean, you can just explore this. Let's leave it. You can just explore this. See, like there's a whole lot. Targeting people based on where they work, targeting based on their work, job experience, and all that. A lot of data here. So let's go to demographics. You can see age by checking this box. Enable this field as that you'll not discriminate, of course. So you can use this if you want, and then maybe gender, male or female, education, degrees. Let's say degrees. Maybe sure, yeah, master's degree and all this. So a whole lot of things here. Maybe you can also let's see this school. Let's see if they have Unilag. Okay, so that means you can also create ad that targets people in Unilag, maybe University of I don't know. I guess yeah. So you see, they have more data in terms of school and company more than Facebook. Remember, we were trying to search those stuff on Facebook and we couldn't get it. You can also see job experience, maybe based on job functions, seniority, job titles, and years of experience. So let's see. Let's try job titles, maybe. Yeah. So this means you can create ad that targets managing directors only. So it will not show to other people. It will only target those people and try to get them to interact with your ad. You can explore all these years of experience. So you select the years of experience and then maximum here. So let's go back. Let's see interests and traits. Member groups. So if you know some groups on Facebook, on LinkedIn, I'm not sure why I keep saying Facebook. If you know some groups on LinkedIn, then you can search them. I'm not sure if I know anyone, but let's see. I don't know. Let's see if we can get anything fashion related. Okay. So you can see a lot of groups here. You may just open them to see where your target audience, like the groups that your target audience follow, and then you try to create ads that target those people. And then maybe based on their interests, you can see all these again: arts and entertainment, health. Let's see, business, politics, technology. So let's try this. All right, so you can check this, and if you want to select everything here, then you can just select this and it will select everything. But if not, then you can leave this blank and then come here and manually select the ones you want. But let's take this off now and go to the last one. Go back here. If I need, you will notice, the way I go back, I just click the next available link there. It takes me back. So you can let's see what happens here. Member traits, maybe frequent contributors, frequent travelers, job seekers. So that means you can create ad that targets people who are looking for jobs or people who are looking for education. Travelers. So let's go back here and back home again. So that's it about audience attributes. And then let's see matched audience. Use the data to retarget website visitors or reach known contacts and accounts. I'm not sure we will get anything here because we've not, I think we will still cover that when we go to the remarketing or the retargeting. So when we get to remarketing or retargeting, we will still cover that. But we've not uploaded any list yet. That's list of people. If we've uploaded, then we could use that to target people who look like those people, or maybe website, our website audience. If we click here and we've added we've added these on our website already, then we can target people who maybe have landed on our site. But let's just leave this for now. So let's go back home, and that's it. I ended up not selecting anyone, but I was just showing you, all those options. So I left everything. And if you want to exclude, again, just the way it works on Facebook, then you can select all these, exclude the one you want to exclude, and that's all. You can save this audience if you want to use it later. Remember, we didn't have anything here, anything in saved audience, because we've not saved anyone. But if you want to save, then you can save the audience, or if you want to view audience summary, let's see. This. So based on the people I selected, you can just see the summary here, and then save if you want. So else, if you enable these, it's let's see. So reach people who are similar to your target audience. So if you enable these, it means while LinkedIn is trying to throw out ads to these people, they'll also try to get people who are similar to these people now to still see our ads. Of course, you're still free. If you don't want them to, then you can take this off, else you'll leave it on. You can save the template. Let's see if we can save the what name. Let's just say new audience. New audience. You can add description if you want to, that maybe explains what you did here. So assuming you added master's degree holders from university from the University of here. So yeah, so you can save these, and then if you want to use it later, the description is just so you can add something that will make you remember what details, or what audience you targeted. And then let's get down to the ad formats here. That's here. We still have a long way to go, a little, where we get to placement, budget schedule, conversion, and conversion tracking, and then to set up the ads itself. Well, let's see. Conversion tracking, we've not added any conversion yet. So if you, again, I mean, all these things are just very similar. So like the single video ad, if it's like a carousel, yeah, they can swipe left and right, you can see what it looks like. If you have videos, or if it's just text ads, text ad you want to run, let me see, I think I saw one text ad. Yeah, you can see something like this. This is an advertisement, you can see ad. So there's a text ad. So if it's something like that you want, but of course, images do get attention more. And then maybe spotlight ads, create ads that are personalized using profile data and will promote an offering throughout the desktop. But you can still click that. I've not used this and this myself, but I've used this, and this. So you can just explore this to see what works. And then let's get to placements. So LinkedIn Audience Network. Audience network is just like the Facebook audience network, where we were able to see, Facebook, they kind of have like different network where they try to push your ads to as many people as possible, but you are also free to set where exactly you want your ad to run. So you can, if you don't want them to display your ads on their audience network, then you can just take this off. Else you leave it there. If you leave it, it reaches more people, but that means that most of the people that will see the ad, I'm not sure if most, but a couple of them that will see the ad will not be on LinkedIn. But of course, they will target the people uh, based on your audience selection. And then select categories of mobile apps and sites where you do not want your ads to appear. So if, let's see what happens here. Um, real estate. Let's see. Okay. I think. So I think this says that if you. I think this says that if you select any of these, then it means you are excluding these people. So the ads will not show to people maybe in that category. So you can click that, or if you have like a bulk list, then you can click here and add the bulk list. You can select it, or maybe download the template. So they show a template here, and then you upload it, and they will use that to know how to display your ad. So you kind of have full control over everything happening. You can select when you download the file, you update it, then you can select here to fill it in. I'll close this and then take this off. Then let's hide this. So with that, we're done with placement, ad format, audience, and our objective selection. Down now to the budgets and schedule. Budget and schedule. I'm just checking my battery. Very soon I'll have to go put on the gen, so it will not go off. So set a daily budget here. You can set how much you want to spend every day. And again, same reason, that actual daily spend may be up to 20% higher, right? So that means some days you can spend more than this, but at the end, they will balance it up to ensure that you don't spend more than your total budget. So you can change this if you want to, and then you can set if you want the ad to run if you want to run the campaign continuously from a start date. So if you want to add a start date, and maybe also add maybe if you want to also set both start and end date, or you just want it to run continuously till whenever you come to post it, then you can do that. And then there's the bid here. Let's see. So this means that the target CPC bid here means that you want to control these yourself. And the ads on LinkedIn is actually more expensive. Reason, I guess, is that we are able to really, really narrow down the reach or the target a whole lot to to target those people in a particular category or whatever selection we make. So I guess that's why it's expensive. So you can even see their recommendation cost here is 3.08, which is very expensive. I think this should be more than 1,000 naira per click. And on Facebook, we are getting about we can spend like 15 naira per click. And LinkedIn, we are spending about 1,000, 1,002 per click. So you can just explore. You see what works for you. All these platforms are just nice exploring, so you can just explore, see whatever works for you. If at the end you see that maybe you're spending a lot of money here and you're getting less conversion, then you may just want to stick to the one that doesn't charge you too much money and gives you a lot of conversion tracking. Measure the oh yeah, I was explaining some more. Automated bid. So this means you're not controlling it. You want them to control it for you, to set whatever they think works best. So now imagine that in the target CPC bid, you are controlling it yourself and they're recommending 3.08. You can imagine what will happen if you leave them to just spend the money themselves. If you want them to set whatever will work, then it means you may run out of your budget very soon. Enhanced CPC. This one means they should still optimize a bit for more results, but then you are still trying to control it. That's the enhanced CPC. And then maximum CPM. Remember again, I explained that CPM is like cost per impression, which is cost per 1,000 impression. So I think at this very one, like it's not focused on the clicks, it's focused on the number of people who see this ad. So you are saying, show my ads to at least 1,000 people, and I don't want to spend more than this. And they're already shouting here on it that it should be at least $5.25. So I mean, LinkedIn is actually very expensive. You can just check that. So let's just leave it at automated bid. Um, if you want to save and exit, or you want to just go on to the next one, your objective and ad format cannot be changed once you save. Do you want to save? So that means the objective, the ad formats, which we just structured now. Oh shit. Guys, give me like 1 minute, please. I don't want this system to go off. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So you can click here to, okay, I was trying to, so they said this is the art format. So that means when you go to the next one, there's the setup art. That's where we will get to upload the ad and all that. So they're saying that when you click next, you'll not be able to change this. That means if you want to change it, then you may just have to abandon that very campaign and create a new one. So of course, we are not going to change it. So let's save this campaign saved. And now let's create a new ad. To add ads to this campaign, browse your existing content or create a new ad. Let's see if I click here. I just click that place and this pops up. And let's also see, I think there's a button up here to create a new ad. Same thing, it pops up. And then let's see, browse existing content. No content found. Obviously, it's the new page we just created. There's nothing. We've not added any content there. That's why we don't have anything here. So you want to use create ad. Let's see. So it uses this. I'm not sure where it got this from, but it's showing details about what the ads will look like, both on desktop and on mobile. So let's see. Let me name my ad. Maybe just ad one. You can name whatever works for you, so you can see it well. Then digital marketing. And this one actually allows you to type up to 600 characters. Unlike this thing should get out from here. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to disappear. I'm not sure why it's not disappearing, but it's fine. I guess you I guess it will leave when we move on. Or maybe don't show this again. Okay. Yeah, so the URL is, so we've just added this now, and then they're asking for the URL here. So where that's like the landing page, and you see as I was typing that thing, it's showing here. So again, up to 600 characters. That means you have enough time to, I mean, you have enough space to type whatever you want to type. So destination URL here, https slash dmlen.com. As I'm typing, it's their bot is trying to crawl on the site. Yeah, they just crawled on the site now, and they are fetching these details, everything here from junior digital marketing expert. So they are fetching all these details from the site there. And then come down to, let me close this. Come down to article share. So let's see what happens. It gets all these details here from that website. If you want to edit it, then you can edit it. And then you can add a picture. Let's assume this is the image I'm using. All right, so the image is added here. And then there is the option to select your call to action here. You can select if it's to apply, download, sign up. I don't know. I think I'll just use join. Yeah, join works. Right. So the join is here. This doesn't mean that people must click on this button to open this link. Actually, once this ad run, anywhere here, anywhere on this ad, maybe on the picture or here, people can click on it. It will still take them to the site. But the call to action button here makes people know that, okay, if I click on this thing, I'm going to join. Or it also tells them that this is the action we are expecting you to take. As you're reading this thing now, we don't just want you to go away. Please click here to join. That's just what it means. So you can add this to the campaign. I guess if you don't add it, it will just it will just open it, and the campaign will still be empty, so you can add it later. But let's just add it now. Click create. All right, we are almost done. We're on the last we're almost done. We've created the ad here. This is the ads in this campaign. We've created the ads here. Again, you can create as many ads as you want to. And the reason is that you want to maybe check which of them works best. Right. Apart from checking, of course, that's A/B test. So apart from checking which ads work best, it's like you can still use the same thing to advertise different things. Okay. So you can use it to advertise different things. So maybe one ad is to try to get people to the site. Maybe another ad is to try to get people to take another action, and different things like that. So you just choose whatever works for you. So if you want to create a new ad again, you can just click here to create. If you want to go back at any point, or you want to save and just exit, then use this. Okay, so let's go to the next button here. All right, so this is to review everything we've added. Single image, we enabled audience, we enabled them, that's the audience placement. So to do it to place our ad on their audience network. And then there's the budgets. This is the ad will run continuously starting this date, and then automated bid. We didn't add conversion because we've not added the analytics. And then but it's very important. And then there is this place for ad in this campaign. This is the ad we created. Then you can launch it. You can see detailed forecast here on what will happen, what the results will be like, because we are targeting clicks. So it means we will get between 690 to 1,700 clicks. This is what the click-through rate will be. And this is the number of impressions. Again, impression means people who just see the ad. So when people see the ad, that's the impression. And the rate of people who click on that ad, if like 190,000 here, if this 1.4% gets to click on it, that's the click-through rate. So the click-through rate is 190%. I mean, it's 1.4% of these, and then that's how you get this. And you can see the total amount you're going to spend at the end of the if it's running for 30 days. Let's also see what happens. So in one day we may spend this amount, and this is the number of clicks we will get. But when you install the analytics, oh god, when you install the pixels, the LinkedIn pixels, and set it up, you can also see if it's even yielding, if it's giving you the desired result or not. Obviously, billing is needed. Let's just click launch campaign to see what happens, and then you can review order, I guess. So let's launch campaign. Great job. So you successfully launched your campaign. Ads that were previously approved will start serving immediately. Unless otherwise noted below, new ads are under review and will serve pending approval. So again, when you create an ad, just the same thing as the other platforms. They don't just allow it to go live like that. It will first go for review. They will have to review and approve it before it goes live. No payment method set. We've not added any payment method yet, so the ad will not run until the account has a saved payment method. How was your experience? You can give them feedback or go to the account overview. Payment method is needed here, so you can review the billings here, and I think you can add your card here. I'm not going to add because I don't want this ads to run. You can also see website demographics if you've started gathering some data. This is the Insights tab. So this is the LinkedIn, they call it Insights, but that's like the pixels. So you can choose how you want to install it. If you're installing it yourself, then you just copy this code. Same thing as other platforms, they just give you a code to paste. And I already explained why they are giving this code. They don't have the right to, and in fact, they cannot even do it even if you give them the right. So they cannot start crawling your site to get everything happening there. But when you install this code, it begins to fit them with all the data on your site. So you can just copy this, or if you want to send it to a developer or you want to use Tag Manager, you'll still touch Google Tag Manager later here. So let me shift this again. So let's say I'm done, and then you can, if it's installed already, then you can begin to see the inside tag. You can begin to see what the conversion looks like. Obviously, there's nothing here because nothing has happened. We've not created anything here. This is the inside tag, matched audience, and all that. So you can see LinkedIn is actually very, very powerful. We've not added anything here, so it will not run. So what I'll do will be to delete this. I'm done showing you this. So let me see if I can delete this part. Let me pause it first, and then post. Okay, I think they don't have the option to delete, but you can just archive it. It's on hold to delete. Okay, so that's all about advertising on LinkedIn. It's actually very simple, and that's why I just keep that's why I spent more time trying to explain the Facebook stuff, because most of the concepts there, if your brain is just open and you begin to reason as a digital marketer, most of the concepts there are things that you will use always and always. When you know how one works, then it's very easy to know how other ones get to work. If you have any question on they've updated your terms, you can read that if you want to. If you have any question on advertising on LinkedIn, then let me know. You can unmute your mic and say something, then so I can just explain before I move on to something else. Okay, no question, I guess. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, sir. So when you were showing us things on Facebook, we could post and post.
Mm-hmm.
Sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So on LinkedIn, can we do such a thing
All
Can
right.
we create a post and also boost the post?
Yeah, I think we can. Let's try that.
Sir?
Yeah, I'm just trying that now to show you. You can see I just created a post, and thanks though I think I actually skipped that. Thanks. So I just created a post now. You can see sponsor now. See the button here, sponsor now. So if I click here, then you don't have any existing campaign. So I can go to my campaign manager and begin to set things up. So yeah, you can create a post and sponsor it. Is there any other question?
All right. Okay, sir.
All right, thanks. You're trying to use what? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can try this. Maybe just in case that cat maybe has a problem, I'm not sure. But what you can do is first, so the Bata they have a mobile app that will allow you to maybe withdraw money from that very card and then use it to fund another card. So you can withdraw your money from that card, try to create a new card, then fund that card. Try to see if you use that very card to to add. Try to see if that will work. If it doesn't work, then maybe you need to just send an email to Bata. It must be like a problem from their end, and then try to explain to them that you tried making payment and it's not working. All right, thanks. Uh, okay, so I think with that we're done. I'd like to move on to remember again. I said that we will take this down here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I moved the Twitter from here, from this place down here. So we'll take that after Google Ads. I'd like to quickly jump on Google Ads, but there's something I want to quickly show you on Facebook before we continue here. So let me just quickly move back to uh, Facebook Business Manager. You remember this page? I think you're familiar with this by now. Now, my focus is on the audience insights here. There's still something else in experiments, and there's something else in audiences here. But let me just show you something on audience insights. Choose an audience to start. People connected to your page, or maybe everyone on Facebook. So this is a very powerful tool, right? Very powerful tool by Facebook that allows you to visually see what um, your audience targeting is going to look like, right? So of course the page is just new, so I don't have data here yet. But let's do everyone on Facebook. Just click that, add or remove locations here to change your audience. So first thing here is let me remove this. Let me remove United States from here, and let me just type Nigeria. Right. you can see as I'm typing something, you can see the data changing here. So now this part, okay, first you can see like 20 million to 25 million people. So that means if I create an ad without selecting any of these, then my ad will likely reach about 20 to 25 million people. Um, and then you can see the gender here. Let's see. Let me go 24 to, I guess, 24 to 35. All right, so you can see, so I have about 11% here, I have this here. And there's the gender here. Like as I'm selecting here, you can visually see what's happening. You can see the education level of the people in that category. You can see the relationship status. You can see that 61% are single. You can see this percent in a relationship, engaged, and about 26% married. Now, let me go to, this is the main thing. Let me go to the interest. Remember when we created um, Facebook audience targeting, we were able to set interest and all that. So a whole lot of data here. We've already seen this, so we're not going to spend more time here again. Now, assuming I'm into maybe fashion, let's say I'm like selling fashion stuff, or maybe I'm selling African wears. So let me search something like African wears, or let me just search fashion, I guess. All right, so let's go down to let's say fashion design or fashion week. Yeah, let me select fashion design. All right, so I've selected one audience here. Yeah, I'm targeting one audience here. Now you can see the percentage of people here, and if I go to page likes, right, going to page likes, from here I can visually see everything happening, right? I can see the rates of people, like this audience that I'm targeting now, what do they like doing? Which pages are they following? Who are they following? And all that. So from here now, I can see like top categories. I can see cosmetic stores. I can see women clothing, and then I can see each of the pages that these people are following. I can see all of this. If maybe I want to see more, then I can click here to see all. And then page likes, in terms of page likes, I can see the relevance. So this means that people who like this page, people who like this rose blossom bridal and ronke show silver, I'm not sure what, will, that's an audience of about 52.9 thousand. That means that audience will likely, they would likely maybe follow my page or respond positively or convert if I advertise to them. So you can see the audience, you can see what their Facebook, the number of monthly active people. So these people now on their page, they do have about 98.2 thousand, that's 98,200 monthly active people. Then you can see the affinity here. This means that how likely your audience is to like a page given compared to everyone on Facebook. So this means that if I target the people who like this page, 478 times, these people are likely to follow my page or maybe to respond to positively or convert to my page. You can see a whole lot of them here. So all this data now kind of help you to to be able to target people even more. And this is mainly if you don't have, maybe you created your page newly, or yeah, it's a new page, or you just started your business, you've not started gathering data. So you want to first of all see these people that you're even targeting. Who are the people that they follow? How do they interact with those people? Are they active on Facebook, or are they not active? So with this now, you can also see location. Let's see. You can see location: Lagos, Abuja, Oyo State, Lagos, Oyo. You can see the activities. So activities in the lifetime activities, page like. You can see the comments. You can see all this. You can see the devices they are using. So you see mostly. Let me move this up. You can see mostly we are like mostly we have mobile users compared to desktop and desktop only, and then the iPad. So we have more Android people, even more than iPad. I'm not sure they have uh, iOS here. Okay, so you can, like, all these data now kind of help you to, to visually see what's going to happen. So you can see, as I narrowed it down to people maybe in the fashion design industry, you can see it means that my art will reach about 2 million to 2.5 million people here. So let's see. Let me remove this and try to target one more. Let's say shopping and fashion. I want to target people in the cosmetics. Okay. So let's say you're doing I don't know, maybe cosmetic stuffs, or I think you can also check makeup. Let me see this makeup. Oh yeah. So makeup, makeover and all this. You can just check. There's a whole lot of data here. You can check them, and then you can see. So you see 50 for cosmetics, about 58% are women and 42% are men. And then you can see other pages that those people like or that they are following, and then try to see which one is relevant. If at any point you don't know what, so like this one now, let's say I don't know what this is, I can just right click here and then maybe open in new tab. If I click here, it will still open, but I just don't want it to open on this tab. So you can right click there, open on a new tab, see what happens. So these people have 218 followers, 218,000 likes rather. So this means that if I target these people, and I end up targeting people who like those pages, then you can see PwC Nigeria here and all that, and you can see the affinity here about 2,000. Oh God, I keep I keep calling the numbers wrongly. So this is about 252 times. So like 252 times. These people in this category will most likely respond positively to your page, to your ads. And then you can also try to maybe exclude people in maybe people who are already connected to your page. So here now I can add them, right? I can add people who are already connected to my page, or I can decide to just remove those people. So maybe I can say, if this person is connected to is like, if this person already likes this page, then don't show my ad to them. Of course, I already explained why you will not want to show your ad to those people. So this is a very nice thing. You can, when you finish selecting and sorting out everything and seeing everything the way it looks like, you can create this button here, and it will take you to that page where you create ad based on your selections here. You can also save this data. You can save this audience, so um, you can use it later somewhere in your ad. This is a very nice tool. I just discovered it newly, and I think it's something I will use mostly. I'll use it a whole lot. I just discovered it newly and felt I should share it with you guys. So just know that there's something called the audience insights here. It's under analyze and report. So where we have analytics, attribution, then we have this, right? There's one more, audiences. Let me leave here. There's one more under audiences. This is the audience we created the other time with the audience size here. Now I can create a new audience here. So this is a custom audience. This is a lookalike audience. I'll explain what I'm getting to this lookalike audience, but I just like, we must first create a custom audience before we even get here. So that's why I want to first explain this. Now this audience here means I just click on it. So if I click that create custom audience, it takes me to this page. I think we've seen this page before. So it takes us to this page. When we do remarketing, we will still touch this about website. Let me just click it to show you what it looks like. I click. Let's wait for it to load. Kind of delaying. Let's try again. Okay. Yeah. So it takes to this page again. It has to do with pixels because we already installed a pixel. we can target people who, maybe this is to target all the people on our website. So people who have visited our website before in the last 30 days. You can do between 90 to 180 days, right? So people who visited our website, if you can see a lot, like most times, maybe you open Jumia, you open one product, and before you know it, when you get back to Facebook, you see that product following you everywhere. You open Google, you are trying to search something, you're opening nice.com, you're reading news and all that. You see the ads that you saw previously, or like the page you already visited. You see them trying to push that thing to you. That's because they created this audience and they added you to that audience. So they've noticed, like, there's an action they're expecting you to take, right? Maybe they're expecting you to buy something on that page. You landed on that page, and you left without buying that thing. So it's added you to this very audience that they are creating, and that's why they now begin to push that ad to you again. Maybe they've used some other data, some other things to know that, okay, this person was actually interested in the business. Maybe he spends, I mean, yeah, in maybe in the product or something. Maybe he spent some quality time on the site and ended up not buying. So something is definitely wrong, right? Maybe, like, why did this person leave the site? So you don't just want to leave that person to go. You want to still target that person and try to bring the person back. Most times this work, and the reason it works is because the rate of people who see ads, right? It's remember when I talked about awareness, right? So it's all about awareness. I can see something now, and who are these people? Okay, so assuming I just see DM Len now, I'm like, who are these people? Okay, I'll just leave them and go my way. Tomorrow I'm seeing DM Len again. Next tomorrow I'm seeing DM Len again. I'm going here, I'm seeing DM Len. Everywhere you're going to, you're seeing it, the ads keeps coming. One day you say, nah, these people, I've been seeing their ads everywhere, I've not even clicked on it. And again, of course, you're not even paying for the impression, you're paying only when someone clicks on it. So there's no harm in throwing that ads to the faces of these people as much as you want, till they take the action you're expecting them to. So I was trying to explain this today's time. So this means, since we already installed the Facebook pixel, this means that it will target people who visited our website for the past 30 days. Of course, this is not enough, right? There's still a lot of data here, like a lot of things, maybe visitors by time spent. So I can do, let me see, let me include more people here. If I include more people, I can say, okay, people who visited my website that also, or this is or, so people who visited my website, or they visited a specific page, right? So let's see dmland.logedy.com. So I can say people who visited this website and also visited my contact page. This is my contact page. I need to close this. That contains this one. Yeah. So people who visited my website and also visited this contact page. You can still add or here. So maybe they visited this contact page or another page or another page. So I can say they visited this page and let me use and. So it's like a logical thing, right? So let's assume, or let me not even use services. Okay, I think I'll do the three. So people who visited my contact page and also visited my about us page, and also, so this is, and the same URL also matches. So people who visited my contact page and also visited my about us page and also visited my services page, right? So people who visited all these, and then let me see. I'm trying to get one else. So let me include more people. Actually, I need to exclude somewhere. This. All right. This is not the one I want. I need the exclude people. So people who visited all these pages, and then I'm excluding the people who visited. So somewhere down here, and let me just fill in this. Let me say Matthew, real gmail.com, maybe phone number 00 blah 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 blah. That's not correct phone number though. This is optional. This is budget 30, let's say 30,000 or 300,000. When would you like to begin? Let's say immediately. Very nice project. Right. I want to show you something. So my website is crashing somewhere. But if it's not crashing, when that page, so I'll have to check this on my website. Probably I need to work on my database connection or something. So, but what I'm trying to explain now is on this page, after when it gets to this contact page, it's supposed to take me to a page that says slash thank you, right? So slash thank you means that someone landed on the thank you page and filled this form and submitted it. So it takes that person to that page. So I'm now saying, let me fill this in here. So I'm now saying that this ad should target all the visitors on my website. That's one. And then it should also target people who visited my contacts page. So that means one, the person visited this contacts page and also visited my about us page and also visited my services page. This definitely means that that person is interested in the business. But at the end, the person did not reach the thank you page. So what happened, please? Why didn't you reach the thank you page? We can also define this a lot more. And also, we can also define this a lot more. There is the option for time spent. So let me include more people here. Yeah, there's visitor by time spent. So I can check maybe like top 25%, that's a percentile and all that. So by time spent, so maybe like 25% or maybe like 10% or maybe like 5%. So I can check people who spent this number of time on the site and then ended up after everything, after reading about my service, after doing everything, after checking the services page, they ended up not getting to this page. These are the people now that you want to create audience. You know, you want to categorize them. You're grouping them into one audience. So maybe so I can name them interested people who ended up not converting, right? So these are like definitely this is like a very good audience, right? Very good audience that is supposed to convert, but for some reasons best known to them, they did not convert, and so you want to categorize them. It doesn't mean that it will only apply to people who visited the site previously before you created this audience. If I create this audience now and someone falls in this category, someone visits the website within 30 days and someone visits all these pages and that person does not get to the thank you page, then Facebook will add that person to this audience. Then I can create an ad that targets this audience only, right? So maybe if it's like a real example would be if it's like a fashion thing. I don't know. I keep saying fashion. So or if it's like an e-commerce thing, and maybe someone did not get to the someone got to the checkout page. That's even a very good one. So someone has added stuff to the cart page and then got to the checkout page, but at the end, right? At the end did not at the end did not get to buy, like did not get to maybe to reach the thank you page or something, so did not end up converting. So something is definitely wrong. So when I create this audience now and add into this audience, I can create an ad that if I assuming I have like a coupon, right? Assuming I have like a coupon, then I can create an ad that targets people in this audience that now tells them that that this website or this company is giving you a coupon, or maybe please pick up from where you left, or something, something that just tries to get them. They've already seen the site, they've already interacted with it, right? They've already interacted with the site, so you're now trying to see how to to get them back to the site. So I just gave it a name here and I can create an audience here. So audience size might be too small, definitely because we've not started gathering enough stuff. Your audience contains the and rule. This is because of course we are trying to narrow it down very well, so I'll just create this audience. All right, I've created a custom audience now, and here's the next thing: create a lookalike audience. You can either do this here or or this. Remember when I clicked here, there's lookalike audience here, so I can still either use here or use here. And by the way, if you don't want to create a lookalike audience, then you can just use that audience you created to create an advertisement that targets those people. I've just explained the kind of adverts you want to send to those people. So it's not just advert that is like still an awareness advert, because those people have already interacted with your app. So you're trying to sorry, somebody called me, but I've ended it. I think it's disconnected a little. So you're not just creating an ad that like an awareness ad that still tries to introduce your business to them and all that. These are people that have already interacted with your ad. So you want to create an ad that tries to give them some offers that will get them to come and finish up, because they've already interacted and they did not complete what they were doing. So you can create the ad here, or you create a lookalike audience. Let me click here now. Before I actually get here, so let me click from here, create a lookalike audience. Okay. So now this is a new thing. Let me click again. Lookalike audience. So this here now gets people based on. Let me see. Let me try to. This is the one I just other sources. This is the audience I just created now. That's why it's here. So there are other sources, maybe people from my page or from other pages that I manage. This is the one I just created now. This is the value-based source. I can see this is the offline one by default. This is the pixel on. This is the other sources. This is the one I just created now. If I select these, I've selected these as a lookalike source, and I'll explain the lookalike in a moment. This means that, okay, Facebook, I have this audience. Now, I want you to still create an audience that looks like these people, right? So create an audience similar to these people. Definitely, you've been able to narrow down your audience to target the people that you want to target. But now we are saying that we are creating a look alike. So people that look like those people, right? People that look like those people. It's also, I think I'll still explain some more. Yeah. So this is the number of lookalike audiences. It reaches like 10%. So 1% is the closest. The closest. You can do 2. You can do 3. You can also use this option here to select, and then number of lookalikes and all that. So and then you can, when you're done selecting, you can create the audience. So it creates people based on, it creates a new audience based on the data it will be getting from this one you already selected. So now let's go to one last one before I leave this Facebook. So let me go back to the custom audience. This is app activities. So this means you can create an audience based on activities, based on things or events happening on your app. Where I'm going to now is the customer list and the offline activity. So customer list, this is assuming you have like a list of people. So let's say you have like their emails, their phone number, people who come to your shop. Let's say you have like an offline shop where people come to buy, and then they drop some details. They drop their names, phone number, email, maybe address, location, and some data like that. So you want to use that data to you want to use that data to create an audience on Facebook. And then when you create an audience on Facebook, you can then go to the lookalike audience and tell Facebook that get people who are similar to or who look like these very audience that I've created. I've already explained the lookalike, but now is to explain how to even use customer list. So that's like you have your own list, maybe offline you want to upload. So this one now, this one shows the different names here. So the different fields that are required. So we have the name, phone number, if you have all this. And then there's a city, country code. You can download the list templates here. If I click here now, let's see what happens. I just clicked and it's showing us, so this should be like a template, right? My Excel is expired, so I may not be able to do much except I'll upload it to my Google Drive. and then manage it from there. But you can see emails, 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 emails here. So if you have a lot of data here, then you can just upload them, right? This is like a template to show you what it will look like. So you can upload them, and Facebook will use that to create an audience. So you can now be creating ads that target those people. Maybe they already bought, so you want to still remind them about your business, maybe, or you have some new things you want to throw to them. Facebook will use, because they have a lot of data, so Facebook will use that data and try to throw your ad to those people. If the list is on MailChimp, I think when we get to email marketing, I'll still explain the MailChimp concept. So if the list is on MailChimp, then you can import it. You can, if I click here, I think it should prompt me to import that. If not, then let's also see this. So offline activities. So this is if you already have like an offline activities and all this, so you can use all this to select. And I already explained these on the other one. That's the one for the website. So you can use these to select, narrow down your reach, and then after creating that audience, you can then use it to create an audience that looks like those people. So this worked very well. This means that if I'm targeting one person that will buy, then it's very likely that if I target another person, that person will likely buy as well. That's if I'm targeting another person that is similar to the person that already bought, then that person will buy as well. It's just it's just logic, plain logic. So you're trying to target this one. Okay, if I do this one, if I do that one, then this one will work. Um, Again, from time to time, we may still be coming back again to Facebook or some of the other platforms in case I just want to come explain or to just come point out something I forgot. I told you guys earlier, I'm not just I'm not just showing you just stuff, maybe because like it's a free class, so I'll be like, there's no need even showing everything. I'm trying to show you guys everything, including all the tools I use as much as possible. So if you see me coming back here, I feel maybe there's something very important I forgot to point out, so I just want to point that out. If you have any question on the audience insights, Facebook audience insights, and creating audiences, that's a custom audience and lookalike audience, feel free to ask. Okay, I guess no question. So let's quickly jump on Google Ads. Let's Google Ads. Yeah, Google AdSense. Auto place ads. So before, they used to call it Google AdWords. Google AdSense is actually different from Google Ads. Google AdSense is if you have a website that has a lot of traffic and you want Google to advertise on your site. You want Google to advertise on your site so you can make some money from it. That's the Google AdSense. So many people do say Google AdSense instead of Google Ads. This is different. And before, they used to call it Google AdWords. Right? They used to call it Google AdWords, and then they later changed it to Google Ads. So we'll be checking how to create an ad on the Google Ads platform, and then we see how to create ads there and how to get it running. So I just searched Google Ads here. You can read about it. It's owned by Google, obviously, and this page here. This is Google page. So let's get started. Now the Google Ads website is ads.google.com. Ads.google. Do you guys even know that Truecaller has the Ad Manager platform where you can use to advertise? I've used it before. That's why I have it as one of my history here. So it's here. It's nice exploring. I've used it before. It's nice exploring. That's not part of this. It's actually very easy to use. So you can just check that out. So we have Google Ads. Please let me know when you're free. Okay. Actually waiting for me for another meeting. So we have Google Ads here. Ads.google.com. You can just click here and then you type this to your browser and open. If you want to read about it, grow your business with Google Ads, then you can just read about it. Else, we sign in now, or maybe start now. So let's start now. This is mine. That's my page. But this is not the account I want to use. I want to use a different account. So let me switch Google accounts. I want to use our new email. Here is real DM then. Yeah. All right. So you do not have any Google Ads accounts. Would you like to create one? So most likely when you're setting up a new one, this is the page you'll see. So let me take this down. If you're setting up a new account, oh, I can actually take this outside. All right. If you're setting up a new account, this is the page you see. So we create a new Google Ads account here. All right. So when you get here, the first time I actually advertised, I used this smart campaign. You can see up here, it's called smart campaign. So this is just to help people who do not really understand or do not, yeah, people who do not really know what what the marketing on Google Ads look like. So this is just like a quick thing to get you started, right? Just a quick thing to get you started. So if you want to, they're asking for your campaign objective. Remember again, same campaign objective. We've seen it on Facebook, we've seen it on Quora, we've seen it on LinkedIn. Campaign objectives here again. It's also there on Twitter. That's why you need to um, yeah, try to grab it as much as possible because it's a concept you use all the time. So if you want to get more calls, you want to get more website sales or sign up, or maybe you want to get more visit to your physical location, you can select any of these and then click next. But this is not what I want to teach you. This is a very simple thing. This is very 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 simple. Just we can move on. You see this little one here? Are you a professional marketer? Switch to expert mode. This is where we are going to. So I'm going to show you guys how to advertise as an expert, as a professional in the expert mode. So I'll click here now. If I click here, most likely I'll never see this thing again. And of course, I don't care about this. Uh, so leave it. There's no need using any of this. So just leave it. And if you even notice something, again, all these platforms, they'll try to see how to get you to like spend more money. They made this the biggest button. Like if you don't read this well, you won't even notice that there's something down here. Meanwhile, this is where you have full control over everything. So let's switch to expert mode. Again, please, if at any point you have a question, feel free to ask. Okay. All right. So select the goal that will make this campaign successful to you. So there's like what are you targeting? Again, this is the objective. If you're targeting sales, if you're targeting leads, website traffic, brand and product and brand consideration, brand awareness and reach, app promotion. So if you are promoting an app, but we are not going to use all of that. We will use this. Create a campaign without a goal guardian. So this is use your available campaign type and construct a campaign step by step without a goal recommendation. So we don't need any of these, they are recommendations. So let's click here, create an account without a campaign. So that at least let's create the account and then we can start setting up a campaign. So create a campaign, create an account without a campaign. This is Nigeria. You can set, this is correct. You can set the currency. I think we have Naira here, so let's use Naira. And then let's submit. Congrats, you're done. So explore your account. The first thing is to create a Google Ads account. Navigating your campaigns through COVID-19. So we've created a Google Ads account. This is the Google Ads. This is a Google Ads page, what it looks like. And why I actually wanted to create this first is because under Google Ads, the first thing we want to do is to go into keyword research. and the keyword tools and everything that we need is here. This Google Ads platform is actually very, very powerful. Let me click this to collapse. So this is a very, very powerful program, very powerful platform, because of course Google, of course you know Google now, they they kind of power almost everything. You can click here to, let's just walk around this. So you can click here to create a new campaign. This will show like the the analytics of, like this, like the dashboard of our campaign, what it looks like. So you can see like graph going up and down. If you have campaigns under settings, there are settings here. We will still explore that, and then you can search for things if maybe you need some things at any point. You can search, you can check reports here, and then tools. Tools, we have planning, shared library, bulk, actions, measurement, setup, billing. Don't be scared about all this. I'll try to pick out the important things. I'll pick out the important things, so we explore those. So now keyword planning or keyword research, it's the same as this keyword planner. So what's keyword? Now keyword is let's see. If I go on Google now, let me google.com. If I go on Google now and search something like let's say web posting. Yeah, let's say web posting Nigeria. So assuming I want to host a website on, I want a web hosting, a reliable web hosting company. I'm just searching this on Google now. You can see art. This is an advertisement. This is an advertisement here, AD. This is an advertisement. This is an advertisement. This is an advertisement. This is where the organic results actually starts from. You can see smart web, all this. These are organic results. And if you go down again, you can see advertisement here again. So Bluehost, all this. So all these guys now are bidding for my click. They're trying to get me because they've noticed, this is the keyword. They've noticed that I'm researching on on a web hosting package, right? I'm researching on a web hosting company in Nigeria. I'm trying to get a reliable web hosting company that I can use to advertise. So they kind of pick some words from this thing I'm typing, and then they use it to throw their ads. So, and each of these, of course, Google platform is a pay-per-click. That's they call it pay-per-click, PPC. It's a pay-per-click platform. So it means as I'm seeing this now, I'm not paying. Of course, it's giving me the awareness. I mean, like the people who advertise this are not paying for it, for me to see it. Of course, it's giving them the awareness because I'm seeing it now. I know, oh, okay, there's Amazon AWS, there's Reseller Club and all this. But I've not clicked on it yet. When Google will charge these people is if I click on it. So if I click on it now, Google now says, okay, I sent one traffic to you now. Somebody click on your ad, so pay me. So you now the advertiser will now get to pay Google. So as it's shown here now, I'm not paying. And then of course I already explained these are the organic results. But most times people don't know the difference between these and the organic results. So once they see it, like 70% of people who search on Google, they don't even know the difference between all this. Once they open it and they see this, oh okay, oh wow, okay, maybe check this. Of course, first 4, okay, maybe 5, and then they click on it. So most people don't even know the difference. So so the keywords are now those words that are used to show those words that Google uses to know what somebody's searching for, to know how and when to display my ads to them. Those are keywords. And there's another one called negative keywords. So let me find this here. So there are keywords, and then there's the negative keywords. The negative keywords now is, okay, Google, even if someone searches this and it matches, of course, if I refresh this, you'll still see a lot of ads here. Okay, it's not showing again, but if you go down here, you'll still see. And maybe let me refresh again. So you see it's still showing. Or maybe click here again. Or maybe even search something like maybe buy, I don't know, maybe buy iPhone. let's see. Okay, there's no ad here. There's no ad here. So let's say buy I don't know, buy iPhone online. It's actually supposed to show people like Jumia and Konga. All those guys are actively bidding for this space. So let me search something like buy um or let's say buy I don't know, maybe buy Samsung. Buy Samsung. I don't know, it's not showing. I was just trying to get one search result in the e-commerce industry. But anyways, let's just stick to, I don't know, maybe they're not advertising during this lockdown because I don't know, maybe they know people are not buying or something. So let's just stick to the web hosting company that you're able to get some results. So web hosting, and we see this. So this now means that okay, I just explained the keyword now. That's what Google uses to display your ad to those people. So the advertiser is now saying, I don't care about other things. Don't show my ads to people who are searching irrelevant things, things that don't relate to my business. Show my ads to only people who search for things like this. Or maybe how to, I don't know, let's see how to host a website. How to host a website. And I didn't spell this website correctly. Yeah, so it's still showing this. Right. Now, negative keywords means while showing my ads to those people, to people who search this keyword, right? While showing my ads to people who search this keyword, um, let me use with hosting Nigeria. So while showing my ads to people who use this keyword, don't show my ads to people who have something like how to, or maybe something like job, or maybe something like research. This is actually logical though, but let me try to explain. So most likely, someone who comes and searches web hosting Nigeria, maybe he's trying to see how to get a reliable web hosting company that he can use to advertise. And now, what if this person says, what if this person says, uh, I need, and this also means though, this also means that if I search, I need a web hosting in Nigeria, right? Um, Nigeria. Yeah. So this means that if someone comes and search, because I use this, it means if someone comes and searches, I need a web hosting in Nigeria, my ad will still show. But what if someone comes and says, I need a web hosting job in Nigeria? 1 minute. Hello, Rukayat, let me call you back, please. Thanks. Sorry, somebody called me. So what if someone comes and says, I need a web hosting job in Nigeria? Definitely, this person is not trying to buy a web hosting. And so there's no need throwing my ad to those people because you are paying when they click on it. So imagine someone is trying to get a job and you are spending your money on them, because most times people don't even know which one is ad. And they don't even care if it's ad or not. So they will just click on it. So you've spent some money on them and at the end, they're not buying. So you just wasted your money. Or maybe someone says how to host a website, so maybe this person, how to host a website. Of course, there's host here, so Google will still use hosting. It's kind of similar. So Google will still show your ad to them as to host a website. Web and website similar. Your Google will still show your ad to them, and then maybe in Nigeria. So how to host a website in Nigeria? This is like the person is trying to research, or maybe research on web hosting companies in Nigeria. So this keyword. So we are now telling Google that if someone searches for anything that relates to this, that has these things inside, please don't even bother showing our ads to them. They are not people who want to buy, so there's no need showing our ads to them. So now note the difference between the keyword and the negative keyword. Those are going to be very useful to us in our journey around the whole Google advertisement. And even if maybe you want to explore Bing, there's Bing as well. Bing, I think Bing.com. Bing, this is the search engine owned by Microsoft. I think it's the closest to Google. So they sell marketing as well. They sell adverts as well. I've not used Bing myself, but it's if you want to explore, then you can explore. But I'm not sure why you would want to go. Why you want to use it, because most people actually use uh, Google to search. So we'll just focus on Google Ads. Um, yeah. So if so I was trying to explain, the entire concept of keywords, because all the ads, showing your ads here and everything, depends mainly on what keywords, depend mainly on what keywords you're using to throw the ads to people out there. So let's come here now. Let's go back to keyword planner. And by the way, this means that if assuming let me go to the next page. So this means that if uh, this means that if I'm creating, if assuming let's say which industry is most likely, if I'm in the fashion industry, I guess let me do fashion industry. So I can search people who do something like, who are searching for something like um, um, by fashion wears online, by African wears online. So you just be checking what people will mostly come to your site to check. Um, uh, by clothing, by clothes, online, fashion, online fashion, shop, shop clothes. So all these now could form part of our, could form part of our keywords that we'll be using. And then maybe you can now begin to add those negative keywords. Remember, I've already explained what negative keywords mean. Those are the keywords you don't want your ads to show when people search. So maybe if people search and they add any of this, then Google don't even bother showing our ads. So now there's this tool by Google, and that's why I actually created the account first before going to the campaign. So there's this tool by Google called Keyword Planner that helps to plan keywords. So let's go in here. Keyword Planner. Again, how I got there, I open tools here and then Keyword Planner. So you can refine your keywords. This guide shows you how to refine your keywords in just a few steps. You can try this if you want to. And then it says, so you first discover new keywords, and then enter the keyword, get keyword, explore concept, remove keywords if you want. So let's just leave this. I will explain all this. So let's leave. And then let's explore, let's discover new keyword. Get keyword ideas that can help you reach people interested in your product or services. All right, so there are two things here. You can either start with maybe some keywords. So if you have some keywords already, then you can, like some keywords that you know about, right? You can add it here, or or if it's just a website, then you can add your website. When you add your website, Google will try to crawl the site, try to know what the site is all about, and then try to show you some suggested keywords that you can use to throw your ad to people. So let's go with keywords. The shoes. All right, so let's no, we are using fashion, so let's do fashion. Yes. All right, so let's say fashion. I think if you have a website, I don't have a fashion this thing, or maybe I should just, cause my site is like digital marketing, digital marketing, and then maybe enter here, years. I mean, I think it doesn't matter if you type this, dmlearn.mogidi.com. You can click here. You can still add more keywords. Maybe learn. Yeah. So when I finish, as I just finished typing, I hit enter, and it's create this. So you can add as many as you want, and then let's click get results here to see what happens. It shows the default. If you want to change your location, maybe this means that, of course we want to target Nigeria only, so you can it's targeting Nigeria. But if you want to change, then you can just click there, and play around with this. So let's cancel and get results. All right, so you can see in here, Google shows about 292 keyword ideas. So Google trying to give you some keyword ideas and also showing how much you may bid on those, because of course some keywords are very expensive. These are the two ones I entered. So I entered the digital marketing, I entered the learn web design here, and then Google uses that. You can expand this so you see more. You can expand this to see what's happening online marketing, internet marketing, all these SEO, digital marketing. But then this means that this is different from what I want to do. Reason is because I typed digital marketing, so Google is assuming that maybe I want to offer digital marketing services um, instead of maybe for learning or teaching. So let me just exclude this and try to do something like learn digital marketing. And then let's search again. All right, so you can see now that all the it's showing about 181. All the keywords that Google suggests here are related to learning, right? So whether you want to learn this, or maybe let me remove learn web design and just focus on one. All right, so about 93 keyword ideas here. So this now digital marketing course, all these digital marketing course near me. These are things that people do come on Google to search. So Google is using live data of what happens, live data of what people search. Google is using live data of what people search to show you these results here, right? So you can look at all these. You can see what people do search. You can even see the competition, whether it's very high or medium or very low. The competition means if there are so many other people, so many other advertisers who are bidding for this. So this means that is high now means that a whole lot of people are also bidding for this very for this very keyword. So that means if I select this, it means that I'm not the only person using this. So many other people, maybe so many other companies that offer digital marketing training or maybe the course are also bidding for that. That's why it's high. And you can also see the average like top of page bid. So if I'm bidding to be on the top of the page, remember when we search this thing now is the top of the page, right? So it means that if I'm going with that, then I may spend up to this amount, I may spend up to this amount. Top of page bid for high range. This is for low range and this is for high range. So if it's for high range, then I'll go with this. Remember there's the high here and then there's the low. So if I'm going for the high, then I'll end up spending these per click. This is 393. I think that's almost $1 or more than, maybe less than. I think dollar is about 420 now. Yeah, so you see how much you're going to spend on each of these, and this is very, very important. This being able to research this keyword is very, very important. You know what's happening out there. You know what people are actually looking for you, so that you don't end up advertising and people don't even see the ad. Because what's the essence of advertising? Spending so much time trying to put all this together, and at the end nobody's even clicking on it. Nobody's even seeing it. So you want to use this to see the monthly searches. So this means that on average every month that people do search on Google, about 1,000 to 10,000 people do search digital marketing course on Google. 100 to 1,000 do search digital marketing course online. 10 to 100 do search this near me. So you can use this. Just play around with this. There's still a lot of columns here that you can add if you want to. So I think you can select this, what the competition is look like. But Google has shown the most important things, add impression share. They've shown the most important things here, and then they've also shown that if you want to broaden your reach, if you want to broaden your search. So let me add this learn marketing. I'm not sure. I don't want them to show me uh, offline marketing about 98, but it's fine. Maybe education. You just check the ones that work for you, and I think you can also filter. Let's see filter. So you can filter competition. Maybe if you want to only get high or low or medium, then you can just play around with that. Let's cancel this and leave it the way it was. So this is it about keyword research. It's very important. You want to sit down and I mean, when creating the ad, doesn't mean you'll use one keyword. You can use. I think you can. I don't know if there's a maximum number of keywords in an ad group. Let's see if there is 20 keywords. So the best rule of thumb is to use no more than 20 keywords per ad group. Sometimes you can get away with using a few more, but exceeding a 20 keyword limit is a sign that your ad copy isn't matching the keyword. Okay. So that means we can create up to 20, so we can add up to 20 keywords in one ad group. And I'll still explain what ad group means. Ad group on Google is just like ad set on Facebook. If you remember when we created campaign, we created ad set, and then we created ad. So ad is inside the ad set is inside the campaign. Same thing on Google. We will have the campaign, we will have the ad groups, and then we will have ads. Ads is inside the ad groups, and then ad groups is inside the campaign. It's in the ad group that you do your audience definition, right? Trying to define your audience and set up all those things. So a whole lot of things here. This tool is very powerful. Go ahead and set up a Google Ads account. Again, it's to open ads on google.com. So go ahead and set up a Google Ads account. Try to play around with this. Check the language. Let's see if we can. Okay, so either Google or Google and search partners. I was actually wondering why they have Google here. If you can, if they show data of Bing as well, because of course I'm not sure they should. So it's just Google and search partners. Remember the same thing the way it was on Facebook and LinkedIn, where they try to show your ads to their partners there. So you can go ahead with this. And then if you want to change location to maybe search for this data in another place, or maybe Lagos alone. So you can just remove this and let's see what happens. So you click targets here. Okay, so they have about 9 million people. And hold on, let's see what happens in Nigeria. So Nigeria has, you can see how large the Lagos market is. Nigeria alone has 12 million people, and Lagos has about 9.5 million people, who do search monthly. So that means, if you're able to take over Lagos, then I mean your business is successful already. It's just remaining about I think about 2.5 million to take over Nigeria. And I think the next one should be, is it Abuja? Yeah, Abuja. Yeah. All right. So just go ahead and check all this. You can play around with these. You can download keyword ideas. You can tick them to see what happens. So this is to plan. This is to maybe if you want to create a new ad group. We've not created an ad group, so don't bother about that. I'll also explain what all these broad match and phrase match and exact match means, and then we can add new keywords and all that. Let's see what they have. You remember the negative keywords we talked about? So we have the negative keyword here. So there's a whole lot of things here. Try to explore it. The class, I think, has taken more than 2 hours. Let's stop here. So by tomorrow we will get into the real creation of ads, how to create the search ads, display ads, Gmail ads, and YouTube ads.